sense that whenever you have a lot of formulas in your armory, so definitely it's a very easy task. If you don't recall the right formula for the right question, for the right problem, then it is very difficult to get the right idea at that time. So
Yeah.
actually, whenever you are attempting any questions, the logic behind is that formula. If you know the right formula, so definitely you can work out and you can make the calculation and you can click the right choice. Anyhow, this is the second part. So rule states that the third side. Now it's what I mean to say that is the all what we can say all about the triangle. So let's see if you can see my screen. So please read it if you can.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. The triangle rule states that the third side of a triangle is between the difference and sum of the other two sides.
Yes. So this is all about that when the geometrical problem in the shape of a triangle is given and you're looking for the measurement of any of the sides, there may be some ratio between the sides. So what you will have to do, so you will have to keep this formula in mind that the third side of a triangle is between the difference and the sum of the other two sides. So how? Let me explain this one. So we are just looking the next slide. That is, now please read.
All right. This is a very simple rule which is often not taught in the classroom. Triangle rule problems tend to be level 4 or 5, even though they are usually quite easy.
Okay, so these are basically the mathematical tricks, and generally we are not talking about these when we are solving the triangle and their sides. So we are using very conventional ways. So that's why in the classroom we are not talking about these, especially this formula, and all of a sudden, so triangle rule problem actually tend to be level 4 or 5, even though they are usually quite easy. But I mean to say that these are not coming in the what we can say conventional syllabi of our mathematics books. So we are not used to do all those questions with this, but this is a very special handy one. Now let's see, I will explain with the example so you will come to know that how can we use it.
Right.
So look at this. In attribute this to the fact that many students simply have never learned this rule. Here is a simple example. So that's why I'm saying that normally we are not using this or that type of the difficulty level is not there. But the simple
Right.
example, so the most simple what we can say is over here. So from this example, you will come to know that how this. If x is an integer, how many different triangles are there with sides of length 2, 6, and x? I'm sure that the problem, you what we can say, if you got any idea, so you can. What is that? First of all, what is given and what is being asked?
Okay, so given is that there are three sides, it's a triangle.
Yes.
Um, and two of the sides are 2 and 6, and we have to find out how many different like triangles there can be with the like
Yes.
side X.
Absolutely right. If x is an integer, how many different triangles are there with sides of length 2, 6, and x? So actually, basically, the triangle has, as you know, three sides. So out of those three, two are given 2 and 6. One is substituted for x. So how many triangles? If we are just using these two lengths and a third side, we can vary that with the x. So how many triangles we can make? So any idea? Now let's see. First, you should be given the chance to talk about any idea.
All right. The only thing that comes to mind is like that um a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, but
Oh,
that's pretty much
okay,
it.
okay. But that is for only the right angle triangle, isn't?
Oh, that's true.
But there is no condition that these triangles must be the right angle also. If
Yeah.
they are stating that these are all the dimensions of a right angle triangle, so then it's a very simple, because a right angle triangle, it's a hypotenuse. Any out of these three, 2, 6 and x, any side may be the hypotenuse. Other are the two legs, the perpendicular and the base. But we don't say that what we are doing for, what we are looking for x, that must be of a right angle triangle. So that's why, let's see. Okay, it's a no way. Just look at this. So first is that the two given sides. That's why we are saying difference. The third side may be the difference of two sides. So we have a triangle with 4 is the third side. Am I right? Are you getting this?
Yeah.
The statement of that theorem or that formula was that the ratios between the three sides, ratios of the three sides of any triangle lies between the difference and the sums. So that's why we are just making the difference first. So this is the first side, 2 is also given, 6 is also given, the length of two sides. And if we are using the difference formula, then we can get 4 is the length of third side. Are you getting this difference formula?
Yeah.
Because it is stated, it's a general theorem. The difference
Yeah.
of the two side measures the length of the third side. Are you getting this? What I am saying right now? The difference of two sides of a triangle is equal to the third side. And similarly, the sum of two sides, if you are adding the length of two sides, you will get the third side, the measure of the third side. So 8. By the triangle rules, x lies between, what I mean to say, 4 and 8. That should be, because there is a rule that the sum of the sides of a triangle is always less than, is always greater than the length of third side. What I am saying? Are you getting this?
Yeah.
That is, the sum of the lengths of two sides of a triangle is always greater than the length of third side. And similarly,
Okay.
the difference of the two sides is always less than the length of the three sides. So that's why
Okay.
we are putting that the third side must be less than 8 and greater than 4. Am I right?
Right.
The difference is always less than, what I mean to say, the length of third side, and the sum is always greater than the length of third side. So by the triangle rule, this is called the triangle rule. So x must lies between 4 and 8. That's why it
Right.
must be less than 8 and it must be greater than 7. So all those 5, 6 and 7. So that's why, since x must be an integer, so x can be 5, 6 or 7. So the answer is 3. What I mean to say, how many triangles we can get with the sides 6 and 2?
Three, because there's
3.
three numbers between 4 and 8.
Yes. So we can get the total number of 3 triangles. Similarly, if we are changing the length of the sides, so we can get the number of triangles accordingly. So this was just what I mean to say. That's why this formula is not being taught or not being told in the basic classes, because here, if you are just saying this 4, answer is 4, and here the answer is 8. But you will have to recall the triangle rule, which says that the difference must be greater than the length of third side, and the sum must be less than the length of third side. So that's why it's not true in this sense, but this is just the indication. This is just telling us the boundaries of the length of three sides, that this must be greater. So if third side is this one, so this must lie between 4 and 5, exclusive. 4 and 5. Are you getting this? Why I'm saying that what is the difference between this and that?
Yeah.
So that's why if we are just saying this, so anybody can ask that why you are saying then this, because this is not matching to our calculation. But we will have to recall the rule of triangle, that the sum must be greater than the length of third side and difference must be less than the length of third side. So that's why x may be the x lies between 4 and 8. So that's why we have a 3 number of triangle. I'm sure that you got this idea, and whenever this is required, you can utilize it.
Right.
Okay, anyhow, coming to the next formula, that is, this next formula sometimes comes in handy when dealing with sets. So all of the sudden the questions are changing, and we will have to find some probability problem or set theory is involved over there. So let's see what is that. So if you have a set with x objects and another set with y objects, then the total number of object is, so what is the total?
If you have, wait, what? If you have another set with y, well, x plus y, right?
X plus y. So if you are just reading this, that if you have a set with x objects and an
Right.
other set with y objects, then the total number of
Mhm.
object is, what you are saying, that x plus y. Okay,
Right.
this is your answer. But one thing is, you will have to recall this, that whenever you are, this is all about the union of set. You know what is union of two sets?
No.
Union
Maybe I do. I don't
intersection,
know. Maybe the name.
union or intersection. Okay, but one thing is that is there any repetition of the elements in the set?
I mean, yeah, objects. They're both objects.
Objects are the member of sets, but the elements cannot be repeated. Do you know this?
I mean, I guess, but aren't both of these like the same objects?
So let's
If you have
see,
a set with X objects,
what is the definition
if
of a
yeah,
set? What is the definition of a set?
like a type of like I don't know, it's like a
Collection.
separate thing.
Set is a
Yeah, a collection of
collection.
something.
Now listen me. Set is the collection of distinct object. Distinct. Distinct mean that when you have the elements of set, there must not be any repetition. Okay.
Right.
So if one set has x element and the other set has y element, and some elements are common, so they must be written once. Okay. They must be written
Okay.
only one, because there is no repetition. Let's suppose if the set A has 1, 2, 3, very simple example, and the
Okay.
set 2 is,
Yeah.
second set is 2, 4, 6. So what should be the elements of both sets.
Right.
Total number of the objects.
So if it
No,
was 3 and 6,
no,
it would
no,
be it'd be
no, no.
9 because there's
Because the first set has 1, 2, 3. The second was 2, 4, 6. So when we are adding these two sets, we will get 1 and 2 is only ones. Okay? 1,
right.
2, 3, and
Okay.
then we will have to write 4, 6 because 2 is already there. So this will become the set.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Because there is no repetition. 2 is coming in both the sets. So keeping this thing in mind, if you are saying that x plus y is the total number of the two sets, so look at this. Oh yes, this is the formula. Total number of elements is equal to, please read this one.
Sure. X plus y minus both and plus neither.
So are you getting this? What is this one?
Okay, so both meaning wait, what does both
Common,
and
both
neither
mean
mean?
common,
Okay, okay, that's what I was thinking. So both means common and then neither means like a unique
unique. What I mean to say
number.
that that was the example that 2 is in both sets. So that must be
Yeah.
what I mean to say only one time. So we will have to minus this 2 from any of that. That will come only once. So this is the right formula. So x is the number of the elements in the first set, y is the number of elements in the second set. Then we will have to write the elements which are coming in both sets, that's only one. So one time we will have to subtract. And plus neither mean if this set contain a unique element which is not coming in this one, so we will have to write that. So this is the formula. Anyhow, we will see the example. Let's look at the simple example. So this formula, just to understand the exact formation of the formula in the correct utilization. What is the outcome of this formula is, let's see the simple example. So if you can read, please, there are,
Yeah. There are 30 students in a music class. Of these students, 10 play the piano, 15 play the guitar, and 3 play both the piano and guitar. How many students in the class do not play either of these two instruments?
please solve this one. If you have pen and paper,
Okay, so
total
let me
30.
quickly, yeah, let me grab my pencil real quick.
Okay, okay, please.
Okay, I got my pencil.
Okay, because these type of the questions are very frequently in the test. So what I have
Yep.
seen, the last paper, the last question, all the books. So these type of the questions are in a very great quantity. So you must solve this one.
Okay. 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 Three. Okay, 30 students in total. So that would mean that. And then,
Total 30, 10 playing
yeah,
piano, 15 playing guitar, and 3 play both the piano and the guitar. How many
right.
students in the class do not play either of these two instruments?
So that'd be 30 minus 19, which is
3 play both the piano and the guitar.
Yeah, so I subtracted 3 from 10 and 15 because that takes up a spot. Um, and then that would mean,
So what is your answer?
1 second, just looking over my work real quick. So I
Okay,
got 14.
14. So keep the answer with you. We are just
Okay,
going to explain this step by step. Substituting these numbers in the formula we have. So look at this. The formula is that the total is 30. Out of the 30, 10 are playing piano and 15 are playing guitar and 3 are common between these, and this n is they are neither. What I mean to say, neither they are playing guitar, neither piano. Okay? Are you getting this line?
yeah,
Then
okay,
then n is we are looking for neither playing piano or guitar. So
right.
30, and this is what? 25 minus 3, 22. So
Okay,
out of 30, 22 are playing something, either
right.
guitar or piano. So only the simplest 8, they were not doing anything. Am I right?
Okay,
So your
okay,
answer
it's
was
14.
how?
Yeah, that's right.
What
I
was
just,
that? That the
what do you call
total
it? I
is.
just took 3 out of both of them.
No, no,
And
both of them.
then,
How can, that's why
yeah,
I am saying the repetition is not permitted in set. So
yeah,
look at this very simple equation that the total is equal to 10 are playing, 15 are piano, guitar. This is 25, and 3 out of these 25, 3 are doing the both the same. So we cannot say 6. If you are subtracting 3 from this and 3 from also from this, so in this way, this is the repetition. So these are the only 3 chaps who are not doing anything out of these 25. Okay.
okay,
Sorry. These are playing both the things. Okay. Both the instruments. These are the 3 chaps. So they are also included in this group and they are also in this. So that's why we are subtracting. So n is that they are neither
right.
playing anything. Okay. I'm sure that you got this one. Hello. Is there any confusion?
Yeah. No, okay, I get it now.
Okay. So please remember these formulas. I will also send all these slides at the end, and you must keep all these. Look at these, and when you will attempt your question, so these formulas are very handy because it's if you are we are just looking back. So what is that? That was the total number of the sets, total number of the students. X, uh,
Right.
the number of first set they are playing the piano, plus the number of the students which are playing guitar, and minus both which are doing both the activities, playing guitar and piano, and plus neither, they are not doing anything. Okay. So this is the very handy formula. That's why if you are just putting these values,
Right.
you will get the answer within the flash of seconds. So this was a question and this was the answer also. Now,
Okay.
many students get confused when counting the number of consecutive integer in a list. The number by integers from A to B inclusive is B minus A plus 1. Look at that. This is another type of the problem. What I mean to say, that if somebody is asking you to calculate the numbers between these two digits, then consecutive integers in a list. And the formula is that the number of integers from A to B, A is a number and B2 is a number, inclusive is B minus A. Look how, let's see. The word
Okay.
inclusive means that we are including the endpoints A and B. Are you getting this? Inclusive mean that is a closed interval. Hello,
Uh,
are you with me? If I
yeah.
am
Do you want me to
saying
read
that
this?
uh,
Yeah.
3 to 4 inclusive, so 3
Okay.
and 4 is included. Okay, exclusive, that
Okay.
we will have to exclude, not count the endpoints.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why the
Right.
intervals are divided into two types. One is inclusive event, the second is exclusive event. Okay, so that's why
Okay.
A and B, if the two endpoints of anything, these are inclusive when they are included, and these are exclusive
Right.
when they are not including. Okay, so this is all about that. So let's
Okay.
see the example. For example, the number of integers from 2 to 7 is how many? 2 to 7. Number of integers.
Wait. For example, from 2 to 7 is uh 7 minus 2 plus 1 is 6. So
6.
that's the number of integers
From 2 to 7.
from two
Now
to
let's
seven.
see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. How many we have? 6. We have
Six.
just counted.
Because we're inclusive this one.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
if somebody
inclusive.
is saying that how many digits, how many numbers are there, how many integers are there from 2 to 7, so you should not say 7. You must say 2, 3,
Right.
4, 5, 6, 7. So how can you calculate this one? This is 7 minus 2, that the end minus the beginning plus one more. So if I am saying that the
Right.
digits, how many integers are from 99 to 106? 99 to 106, how many digits? So 99,
99 to
no,
100.
100,
Okay.
106 minus 99 plus 1, you will get the number.
Okay.
If I am asking that how many digits are there from 5 to 10?
So it'd be from meaning inclusive. So
Yes,
5 to 10, it would be
10 minus 5
it'd be
plus 1.
5.
10 minus 5 plus 1.
1.
So how many?
So it'd be 6.
6. Look at this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can count also.
Oh yeah, it's true.
You can count on your fingers. You will get the 6.
Yep.
So this is the way to tell the number of the integers or digits between two inclusive digits. So this was the example of this problem. Now let's see. This can be easily verified with the list 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as I was counting on my fingers. So here is an example of the that would be hard to verify. Look at this. The number of integers from 62 to 512 is, look at this,
Right. The numbers,
62 to 512. If you are counting on figures, so it will take hours and hours. And if you are
yeah, it'd take
using the
forever.
formula directly, you will just flash in the second, 451.
Yep.
It's a harder to verify. I think if you are just counting 62, 63,
Yeah, it's gonna
counting,
take
oh,
forever.
you will have to reach 512, 512. It will take a lot of time. But if
Right.
you know the formula, So what you will have to do, the end point minus the beginning point plus one more, and you will get the answer. Isn't it a tricky one?
Uh, what do you mean like tricky one? Like,
What I mean to say that if you are just saying how many digits are between these two digits, please tell me. Your fellow is just counting and you are just telling the answer in this way.
oh, right.
It's a
So,
tricky.
yeah.
It's a
No,
magic. You know, you
yeah,
can say that I know the magic that between the two numbers, any numbers, tell me. Nobody will tell unless he has this formula.
yeah,
And if you have this, you will tell within the seconds. And if somebody is
yeah,
challenging you that 450 digits are not there, so you can say, please count. And he will start counting.
right,
And you can say, tell me yes tomorrow. Okay.
right,
So this is a way to count the numbers between the
right.
two digits because the number of integers from 62 to 512. How many integers? So the formula is 512 minus 62 plus 1. So the rule is that the end point minus the initial point, starting point, plus one more from your side, and you will get the answer. This is simple
Okay.
mathematics. Okay.
So,
So this is actually the part of the problem when a long statement is given. There is a story, and they're asking that you will have to do something, the mean or the average of the integers lying between 17 to 38. What is the average? So it's a very difficult. So you will have to count from 17 to 38 instead of counting that way to avoid to save the time. Just 38 minus 17 plus 1, you will get the number of digits and you can have an answer of these digits. Anyhow, now just looking to the next one. One last formula that every student should know. What is that?
distance equals rate over time.
Rate into time.
Oh, di- oh, I saw it wrong. I thought it was a
Okay,
line and
okay.
two dots.
And rate is equal to?
Rate is equal to time, time. Wait, so that would mean that rate is equal to distance over time.
Oh, yes. We are always calculating. There will somebody asking what is your speed, what was your average speed. You are saying the total distance is covered in this much time. So my average speed is this one. So this is very simple formula. And please read this one.
Okay. As simple as a simple example, if you drive your car at the speed of 30 miles per hour for 5 hours, then you will travel 30 times 5, which is 150 miles.
Simple one. Please read this one.
In addition to the simple formula, distance is equal to rate over time. Sorry, rate times time.
Yes.
The more advanced student might want to memorize the harmonic mean formula.
Harmonic mean formula. Now let's see what is that. This is the harmonic mean formula. Please read this
Okay,
one.
so harmonic. Okay, it's average speed is equal to 2 times speed 1 multiplied by speed 2 over speed 1 plus speed 2.
So this is the average speed that sometimes the two persons or two cars or two distances are traveled with a different rate of speeds. So from there you can say the product to twice the product of those two speeds divided by the sum of the two speeds. So this is a very handy one. You can calculate the average speed of both the cars or both the persons or both the distances or both the speeds. Now let's
Right.
see the example. Okay, please read this one.
Sure. This formula can be used to find the average speed when two individual speeds are for the same distance are known.
Okay, if two individual speeds for the same distance are known. So at that time, you will have to recall this formula. Here is an example. Look at this. Please read this one.
Steve drove to work at an average speed of 40 miles an hour and home from work at an average speed of 60 miles per hour. What was his average speed for the entire round trip in miles per hour?
Okay, so how can you find this? Please make a try.
So average speed um would be wait, which one would I have to choose from? There are two average speeds. Do I
So
have to
that,
find the average of the average speeds?
okay, if you can recall this one, this is a magical formula.
Yeah, I have that written down.
So two speed one is
But the thing I'm
from
asking is the
home to
average,
office. Look at this. This is a speed one that is from home to office, and this is a return journey.
right?
Speed two is from office to home, and then you can add over
Right.
here. So what you will get, or look at this. Here is the example. Steve drove to work at an average speed of 40 miles per hour. So this may be the busy
Okay,
hour
yeah.
when he is going to his office. So this is speed 1, 40 miles per hour, speed 1. And home from
Okay.
work. So that may be the empty roads, and home from work at an average of 62 miles. That is speed 2. What
Okay.
was his average speed for the entire round trip in miles per hour? So we
Okay,
have
yeah,
to
I
use
got
that
it.
formula.
It's
That is,
48.
we simply plug in the given numbers into the
Yeah.
harmonic mean formula. 2, the speed 1 is from home to office, speed 2 is from office to home, and multiply with these two, the product, and divide while adding speed 1, speed 2. So you will get the answer. So what is that answer? Please put the values, plug
I have
in.
48.
Okay, 48 will be the speed. So this is a magical formula. If you don't know this formula, so you will sit and you will think about that, what is there, this, the time is not given, and so the distance is not given. A lot of things are missing. But this formula is a magical to find out the exact number, the average speed. So important note, the answer to this question may be 50. What was your answer?
48?
48. Now look, read this one. There is something new.
Okay. Answer to this question may be 50 miles per hour. In this case, however, we need to compute the harmonic mean and not the arithmetic mean.
Arithmetic mean. So your answer is 48. Look at this. Okay. So your answer is 48. Important note, the answer to this question may be 50 miles per hour. In this case, however, we need to compute the harmonic mean and not the arithmetic mean. Actually, the 50R is coming in this way when you are using the arithmetic means. So at that time, the
Right.
answer may be 50. How? You are adding the 40 plus 60, and there are
Right.
two speeds, and then you are dividing. Your answer is 50. That is absolutely wrong. But if you are using the harmonic mean method, which you have used, your answer is 48 as you have calculated. So, maximum number of the times the students are just using the, what I mean to say, arithmetic mean. There are two speeds, two quantities, and they are dividing with 2, and simply they are getting the answer is 50. And they are quite happy that they have done absolutely right. But it's absolutely wrong in the sense that you will have to use the geometric mean in this sense. That is 2, the speed 140 into 60, whole divided by 40 plus 60. So this will be what we can say 848, 400, and what I mean to say 4800 divide by 100, and this will be two zeros are cancelling me. This is 48 kilometers. Are you getting this?
Right.
So that's why
Yeah.
this formula is magical to, because the both options are there in four choices. First option is 50 kilometer per hour. Second is 48. Third may be any other one. Four may be any other. So out
Right.
of these options, if 50 is also given, 48 is also given. So maximum number of the times and maximum students, they are opting 50. Okay. The wrong answer is also
Okay.
there. The arithmetic answer is also there. But at this time, you are looking for the geometric answer, geometric means. So that's why 50 is there and 48 is also there. And you have just calculated 48, and anybody can reach the answer at 50. Okay. So be careful
Okay.
about all these tricky formulas. Now the next one is, you may also want to know the generalized Pythagorean theorem, that is d square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. What do you mean to say? One more thing is that c square. So if you have the polygon, what I mean to say, the polygon mean if a side having more than three sides, then you can use the Pythagoras theorem, and that shape is also just like a right angle triangle, from where you can find the make the right angle triangle, or where in that figure you can make the angle 90. Anyhow, this is also being used for the polygon more than the number of sides are more than three. This simple formula is used to find the length of the long diagonal of a rectangular solid. What I mean to say, the rectangular solid, so diagonal. So if you have a rectangle, so you can find
Right.
the, what I mean to say, the diagonal. That will be the third side, and you can get the angle 90 degree. Here is the straightforward example. Look at this.
Right.
If a box has a length of 3 feet and width 4 feet and height of 12 feet, what is the longest side? Anyhow, we will solve this problem, or this is what we can say. I will send you all these slides. You must try this one. I will come out with the solution. So, okay, this is the time to say goodbye. So, Allah Hafiz, and
All
we'll
right.
meet
Allah
on
Hafiz.
after a weekend.
All right. Allah
So,
Hafiz.
okay, thank you very much. So, we are just going to stop this one and end off. Okay, Allah Hafiz.